You've got a cupboard of booze that you don't know what to do with, what to mix with what to put and where. There's no need to fret because there's someone here to help you. He's not just a man, he's an idiot too. The cocktail idiot. Yes, it's the cocktail idiot. It's cocktail time with your host, me, Jonty, the cocktail idiot, and
Georgie, the camera lady.
Yes, excelente. We're back after Crimbo.
Happy New Year.
That's the modern way of saying it, isn't it? Or is that?
Not really. I
Is
prefer
that not
saying
modern?
after Christmas.
Right. We're back after Christmas. And today we are going to be making a Whisky Sour. Yes, exciting time. Now I'm going to give you an English lesson.
Good start.
Going to give you an English lesson. Going to give you an English lesson because the E in whiskey, I'm sure many of you will know anyway, but I'll tell you, if you're having a Scottish whiskey, which I am, you don't have your E. If you're going to use an Irish or an American whiskey in your sour, then pop the E between the K and the Y.
So, what's the pronunciation difference? None.
0.
Okay.
It's just one of those spelling excitements.
Very exciting.
Right, you're going to need, for your whiskey sour, 4 ingredients. And they are a whiskey, ta-da, of your choice. Anything that takes your fancy. Then you're going to need... one lemon. You're going to need some...
Oh, nice. Moving lemons.
You're going to need some simple syrup. And then some optional egg white. Ready to roll?
Lovely
Are
jubbly.
you ready to roll?
Yes.
Let's make it. Shall I do a little twirl? Whoop. Beautiful.
At least that didn't hit the roof.
That's true. Okay, so you're going to start with your whiskey, obviously. And we're going to put in 50 beautiful mils of our whiskey. In the tinny. And then a bit of simple syrup. And this is just going to be 12.5, so half a shot.
Oh, for goodness sake, that's so silly.
If you like it sweeter though, you can always add a little bit extra.
Okie dokie.
And then your lemon. Give it a roll. Cut it in half. And we want 25 ml of this. Oh, look at that. That is a perfection. 25 ml to the drop.
Exactly.
And that goes. Then you're going to need a bit of egg white.
If you want it.
If you want it.
You can use
If
some
you're-
aquafab if you want.
Yes.
Substitute.
What Georgie says. Or if you're a traditionalist, you don't put your egg white in it. So you're going to reverse dry shake this one. And the reason you're going to reverse dry shake it is because if you do it the other way around, you don't get seals. So if you put your ice in first, this is very bad, using my hands. If you put your ice in first, you get a nice seal on your tinny tin tin. Ready?
Okay.
Smile and shake. Cool. Shake number 1 done. Now what you want to do is you strain out your beautiful cocktail
From the ice.
from the ice. Get rid of the ice. And then you're going to shake it again, and that will give you a nice bit of froth. smile, and shake. Number 2. And that is it. All you got to do now is get your glass. You can either serve it on the rocks or you can serve it straight up to you. I'm going to serve it in a nice little coupe glass.
Your favourite glass. It's
It is my
always
favourite
the
glass.
same.
I do love these glasses. Double strain, get rid of all that ice bits.
The second shake was successful. Well, that's number of S's.
Second shake was successful.
Because look at that foam from the egg.
Thank you, goodness. Right, all we've got to do now is garnish it. So I'm going to actually do a little bit of Angostura. I'm going to try and be creative, which I am not. I'm going to put a few drops in. And then, there you go. Just want to do a line. A little cherry.
Bon appetit.
And there we have one Whisky Sour. It's history time! Yeah, the part of the show that everyone knows.
That doesn't rhyme. We need to work
Put
it
it on a t-shirt.
Merchandise.
Exactly. So, the history of the Whisky Sour is not a particularly long one, so we'll smash through it. But we start with what the sour is. So the sour is the family of cocktails. It's like the classic cocktail. And it's not overly exciting, but it's the base for many other families of cocktails. I feel like I've said families a lot. What's another word for families?
You've put me on the spot now. I can only think of families.
Group.
Group.
Cocktail groups. So the sours is a very important group. But the first time the Whisky Sour is written down in print is in 1862 in that well-known Bartender's Guidebook by Jerry Thomas, How to Mix Drinks. And in it he's got the Whisky Sour, but then I think there's about 5 sours he writes down. And it's basically just different spirits in each one. So that's the first time it's in print. You can find sort of 2 others around that time, and that's in 1870 when it was in a newspaper in, Georgia knows how to pronounce it,
Wisconsin.
there we go, which sort of shows that it was becoming quite a popular drink. And then again it was written in 1872, and this one is slightly interesting because it's by a former ship steward and his name goes by the name. He goes by the name of Elliot Stubb, and he claims to have invented it, which I question.
Oh, bless him. But it's been in the newspaper and in a book.
But, well, this is where it gets interesting, because he claims to have invented it in a bar in Iquique, which again, if I pronounce that wrong, I apologise, but apparently it was part of Peru. And the reason that he's definitely would have come across it before is because the sour concept was around well before 1862, because it was in the Navy. Eh?
In the Navy.
Yes, as the village people said. And in the Navy, they basically had a slight issue with scurvy. And what they realised was citrus is a very good replacement for vitamin
C.
Yes. So they mixed spirit, normally gin or rum, but sometimes whiskey, with citrus to make it more palatable to drink. And that would help them to not get the old scurvy bug. And that was basically the origin of the whiskey of the sour.
Adding a bit of sour fruit to your drink.
Precisely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that is the end of history time, which means it comes to that point in the video where you do a bit of clicking, a bit of liking, and a bit of the old subscribing. And get yourself on the Instagram down there and put up some photos. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yes, it's the cocktail. It